Hi guys again. Okay, I saw this new Facebook update and it was really great. So I might try to do it again, but it kind of messed up the video. So I'll just leave it alone. So I'm going to talk all about money and I'm really excited to share because it's something that a lot of people struggle with and they have these limiting beliefs, and I've been there. Even a year ago, I definitely really struggled on investing and whatnot. So that is why I'm doing this. I'm really excited to share some of my mindset, money things that I've changed and developed over time, and I'm going to share this to my group. Hopefully that worked. Say hey if you guys are joining in. I'd love to see who's tuning in while I share this to my group. Okay, so a year ago, about like exactly a year ago, I had a crazy mindset. I always had to have the money first before I did anything. I had a lack mentality. Let's see. Anyone else relate to that? Hey Claire, how are you doing? Okay, it's posted. Cool. So, a year ago was before I invested for the first time in my business. A year ago is when I had more of a hobby. I had my static threads business as this little side hobby. A year ago is when I was just like, well, I'll just do it the easy way and I will make money as I go. But what business do you know of that hasn't invested in the business, in the website, in the design, in whatever? The thing is we're thinking about it the wrong way. The chicken comes before the egg, or the egg comes before the chicken. No. You have to think of money as a resource and not as this always leaving. It's a resource. Money flows to you. If you spend it, you can get more of it. You can make more of it. Stop thinking of it as this, it's always running out. It's always running out. I swear even some like millionaires are thinking it's always running out and they're so tight on their money. There's something to this. It's the way we were raised up. We were raised on thinking money is what did your parents tell you? Oh, we don't have money for that. Oh, we can't do that. Oh, we have to use the generic mac and cheese. The thing is that's our money mindset, and that's constantly what we're attracting. Whatever we're thinking of constantly, that it's always running out, is what we're attracting. So even if you start making more money, say you got a raise, but then you somehow still only have that same amount left, or you don't have more than enough. That's because your mindset is stuck at you don't ever have more than enough. You don't ever have overabundance. You only have enough to cover the needs. And so when you get that raise, you start actually getting more expenses, and then so you don't have more than enough. Okay, so let me know if you guys are tuning in. I was excited to talk about this. Let me know if you're catching the replay, hashtag replay below. I'm on a rampage today because I'm having let's see. I invested in about a month, it was a year ago, into my business, and this is where things exploded and changed, and I went from being this hobbypreneur to an actual business CEO. And the thing is I had to change how I thought about money. I had to change it. We have these beliefs from what we were raised and what we were constantly being told. So it's something that we have to change. Hey Caitlin, how are you doing? Hey you guys, what is something that your parents told you or that you believe that is in your mind about money? Is it that there's never enough? Is it that it's always running out? Is it that you can't have that nice, beautiful purse because it's too much money even though you really, really want it? what is it? What's kind of that thing that you think of when you think of money? Okay? So one thing for me is I was always really, really good with money, and I had enough, and I was good at saving. And with my old business, Static Threads, when I was getting started, sorry, my hair's like bugging me. I'll just put it back. Okay, so with Static Threads, when it was a hobby, it was a legit hobby, I would get the orders, and then I'd buy the supplies, and then I'd make the items and ship it out. Okay, this wasn't sustainable to expand and grow my business. Okay, so Caitlin says money comes and goes. We shouldn't let it define us and stop us from achieving our goals. 100%. So I'm going to cover in a minute exchanging time for money and how time is not an unlimited resource. Challenge me if you don't believe that, but I'm going to talk about time in a little bit. Okay, so I was doing it safe. I was doing my business really, really safe. And it was because I didn't want to invest. I didn't want to spend the money on supplies if I wasn't getting the orders. I was scared. I wanted to get the orders first, then do it. But this doesn't work. This doesn't work. Life works differently. It works the other way around. You have to invest in your business. It doesn't mean go in debt. I'm not saying that. I'm saying to be a smart entrepreneur or business owner, it works a different way. You have to get the supplies before you ship them or sell them. I mean, there's ways around this, but challenge me if you'd like. You spend the money on advertising to get more sales. Say you're getting 100 sales a month, but you could be getting 1,000. But to reach more people at a faster rate and cut that time down, you spend it on advertising. And so now you spend the money that you don't have on advertising to get, instead of 100 sales, 1,000 sales. That's just how it works. So the reason why I'm doing this today is I was listening to a course I invested in that I didn't have the money, and it was, I think it was 7 months ago, and it was because I saw myself at the end of doing this course. It was called Money Mentality Mindset from Amanda Frances, and I'm affiliate for this now, so if you guys are friends, you have to talk to me if you're interested in this. It changed my life. If I wouldn't have taken that crazy step and put it on my credit card, a credit card with 0 interest, I did it the smart way, my life wouldn't have changed and expanded and grew, because if I kept waiting to get that money before I spent it for this life-changing course, I wouldn't have gotten it. Hey Lindsay, how are you doing? So life happens in a different way. So I made a note. Let me bring it up. Okay. So what are some limiting beliefs right now that you have about money? Drop it in the chat. I want to see what you guys have. Okay, a lot of people say when they have the money, they will do this, this, this. When the kids go back to school, they'll start their business. When you lose weight, you'll go to the gym. Or when you look good, you'll hire that personal trainer. It doesn't work like that. It works the other way around. You decide that you're ready to lose the weight, and you hire the personal trainer, and then you get fit. You invest in your business, and you start doing advertising, and that's how you 10 times your business. Is you make these smart, thought out decisions in your life. This doesn't have to be just business, but I'm just using my business as an example, and that is how it goes. You make the decision, you do the steps, and that's how you reach it. Okay, so I'm going to talk about some of the limiting beliefs around money. What are some of them? I know some of them. You guys drop them in the chat, even if you're watching the replay. I'd love to see it. So one of them is you have to work really, 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 really hard for money. And you just have to be like killing yourself and working in circles and just work, 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 work. Or a lot of people exchange their time per hour for money. And the thing is, these billionaires and millionaires, they're not exchanging their time like that for money. They're not like, oh, I'm worth $2,000 an hour. It doesn't work like that. They're finding a way. They're finding a way to make the money without just exchanging time for money. But time is something that, I hope I'm making sense. Give me some hearts if I'm making at all sense or if this is just gibberish. I have so much in my head that it's kind of hard to explain. I just really felt like I had to jump on here. So what was I talking about? ADHD brain right here. Some limiting beliefs around money. It's hard to make money. You have to work extra, extra, extra hard constantly. But guess what? There's a lot of people that work really, really, really hard and they don't have a lot of money. They work really, really, really hard, but they're not working smart. They're not using their resources effectively. They're limited on money. They're limited on these beliefs. Okay? And a lot of people don't believe they're worthy of these crazy goals. They're not worthy of achieving more success or more money in their life and business. Who understands this? Drop a 1 below. What's another limiting belief? I had some notes. It's always running out. You have to always buy the generic thing. You have to do the smart thing. You have to be really... Oh, debt is bad. You know how surgeons and lawyers become surgeons and lawyers? They go into debt and they do it a smart way. They're not just gonna put it on a credit card. That would be stupid. They do it a smart way. They get loans. They find resources, whatever it is. But I don't know anybody that went to school and just paid it off forthright, like just paid it off in full. I did it this very smart way. I'm actually about paid off with my student loans. And I didn't pay a lot of interest towards it because I did it the smart way. I invested in my future. I got a Stafford loan, I got scholarships, and then whatever I could, I paid off while I worked full-time when I went to school. And I still put it on a Stafford loan, and then as soon as I could, I put money to pay it off. As soon as I graduated, I put money to pay it off. And it was the lowest interest possible is when you go to school. So, you do it the smart way, but you find the resource. And that is how you invest in your future. Okay. Anyways, I'm trying to think of some other limiting beliefs. Where did these come from? So, where did your limiting beliefs come from around money? Wesley, do you have any limiting beliefs around money? I'd love to hear. Drop it in the chat. And I can give some feedback. One I had was, I never have enough. I will never achieve the nice car, and that credit card debt was bad. I grew up thinking it was really bad. And to never spend money that you didn't have. But honestly, I'm really good with money. I do not just put it on a credit card and, pay 25%. If you're spending $1,000 and it's going on credit card debt, and then after a month or 2 months, 3 months, you're paying that 25% interest, and that is nuts. So stop doing that. We'll use that at a different date, but there's resources out there. There's 0% interest for a limited time, but don't just go into debt and then don't have a plan to pay it off. Anyways, I'll stop talking about that part. Some other bad beliefs are, let's see if there's any comments. I'm gonna check if there's any comments. I'm always talking a million miles an hour, so sometimes I don't see that. Okay. Another bad limiting belief is you just have to work your way up the ladder and get those tiny little incremental tiny, tiny little raises. You stay at the same job and you just get these tiny little raises. No, you use it as much as you can. You use your knowledge and then you grow. And you can go to a different business and you'll get like a 30% raise or whatever. Keep learning and growing and leaving. Expand. And, oh, I wanted it to be short. Okay. Also, some things about money is if you believe that you're going to get more money and it's all going to go to taxes, or, you know, you're going to make a lot of money but you're bad. That's a limiting belief, is bad people, rich people are bad and they are greedy and they don't know how to use it. Guess what? That's a limiting belief that someone taught you. Where did you get that limiting belief? Journal it out. Think about it. Where did you get that? Was it your dad? Was it your family? Was it your grandma? That's a limiting belief that your family or whatever taught you. What if it's different? What if it's actually not the truth? Money does not make you bad. It is a resource that provides for you, and it actually can make you a better person. I'm just going to announce it. I actually will start putting 5% of my profits towards Underground Railroad, and more money I make, the more money I will give to them. So that doesn't make me a bad person. One second. A lot of really rich, wealthy people make the world a better place, and they give back and they help these amazing organizations and they reach more people. The more money I make, the more resources I'll have, and the more people I can reach, and the more money I can give back. The more I can give back in different ways, the more resources like a better website, more advertising spend to reach more people I can give back and help. Money does not make you a bad person. You make yourself a bad person. If you decide that, you know, if you make all this money and then you just spend it all on frivolous, terrible things that make you a worse person, or it makes you a worse person, that's your choice. That's not money doing it. Money doesn't do that, it's you. So where did you get these limiting beliefs? Identify them first of all. What is the limiting belief? And then write that down. And then think of, where did you get it? Was it how you were raised? Were you always running out of money? Did people around you, when they got rich, they got mean or greedy? Find those out. And then you can choose to see it differently. So write it out, journal it out, and then say, I choose to see this differently. Write it out, and then journal what the opposite is. So right now, I could say, money's always running out. The more money I get, the more taxes I have to pay. Instead of saying that to myself, I could say, the more money I make, the more money I'm giving back. That makes the world a better place. You guys, taxes actually help make the world a better place. It goes towards our police officers or our roads, for public transportation. It's actually, or our schools. It's helping the world become a better place. So you making more money can also help the world become a better place. You making more money can also, when I was doing my Static Threads business, I was hiring. So I was providing for other people and providing a job. All right, and then another thing I just have to touch on before I go. Let's see, it's almost 2. I have to go. I have a call coming up, actually, like right now. So, time, exchanging your time for money is a little not so good if you put a dollar amount on it. But you have to think, you know, time is money, time is money. I actually say that, time is money, time is money. Because say it takes you 2 months to build a website. But if you spent $1,000, it would take 2 weeks for someone to do it. Then don't you think if your value is higher than that, your salary or whatever, your time is valued at $100 an hour, then you should spend that money on the website to get made by a pro and not be wasting all that time that you're not good at and just put it to someone that's better at it. Use your resources. Grow, expand your mind, and challenge these limiting beliefs. So drop some limiting beliefs below, challenge them, see where they came from, and journal it out. All right. Happy Tuesday or Wednesday. I gotta go. Bye. Let me know if this made sense. Tag anyone that may need help with their money mindset. And I'd love some feedback too. I felt like I was a little all over the place, but this was my first money video. So I believe I could probably do a little better next time and be a little more focused. But have a great day. Bye.